Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about, one way that I train, and this is the way that I program for almost all of my clients. This is essentially how I've trained most of my training sessions for many, many years. And it's funny, and I feel like I need to reiterate this because I get people who come and they'll ask me questions about training, and they'll have me look at something and say, should I do this or that? And it will be something that is not inside the format that I generally recommend, and that is some sort of concurrent training model. And what I mean is we always do hypertrophy work. That's the best way to put it. There's always some form of heavier or fast work done first, followed by hypertrophy work. Right? So when I talk about concurrent training, I think that's the most important point there, is that we train for hypertrophy year round. Every single workout should have some sort of hypertrophy work in it. And that's the point I think a lot of people are missing. They'll see stuff where they'll see me programming for clients max work and speed work, right? Like, so different stuff on different days. So then, you'll get people who will ask, so can I have a heavy day and a light day? No, because if you look at any of that programming, the conjugate type programming, it's max work and speed work first. Then 80%, if sometimes more, sometimes 90% of the workout is then hypertrophy work afterwards. My own training in all these vlogs lately, pretty much for all of this year, heavy set of some type followed by light set. So like everything in this clip came from the same workout, by the way. So you guys will notice I do some heavy benching. Now granted, it looks lighter because I'm doing really wide grip, flat back and all that there. So obviously I'm only doing like 2 reps there with 315. So people have gotten used to seeing me do quite a few more reps. But that's with an arch, closer grip, wrist wraps, all that stuff. So I'm doing that all raw. But then I do volume pressing afterwards, okay? Same thing, right after I did that, I did a heavy set of weighted pull-ups, right? I do them weighted. Then afterwards, I'm doing high rep rows, and of course, I'm doing body weight pull-ups for reps, right, afterwards. Hopefully people are seeing the theme there. Heavy work followed by hypertrophy volume. Now, is that to say our heavier stuff doesn't count towards the volume and hypertrophy? No, of course it counts. There's some growth stimulus. Even technically ramping up to a 1 rep max has some growth stimulus. And I want people to understand that. It's just not the best, right? Ramping up to a max is not going to produce as much hypertrophy as doing a really hard 10 rep set. It's just not. It's still going to give something. But again, what else do we see here? I'm doing higher rep incline work. Then you'll see me do really high rep tricep extensions and curls. So I've done all that stuff. Then I did some pullovers at the end. All right. When you look at that, all the muscles involved got hit with something really heavy. Right? People say, well, did everything? Yeah. Bench press and a pull-up works the entire upper body. Between those two movements, the whole upper body's been worked. Not to say most efficiently or most effectively, because obviously it biases a lot of muscles more than others. But everything has been hit. Then after that heavy work, then I go into the other stuff. And a point I want to make here is that I believe in concurrent training. I think it is generally the most balanced and logical training approach. Am I saying people have not become champions with block periodization and completely separate days? No, I'm not saying that. I think if you are a drug-free lifter, right, if you're a natty, or if you're a very conservative, not natty, I think you're probably going to be better off with this sort of approach for the long term. Okay? Because it gives you enough heavy work to really get stronger, gives you enough heavy work to potentiate all those upper threshold muscle fibers in every workout, then we do our volume. Because the things that we've got to keep in mind, number one, there's data showing there's benefits to going pretty heavy first. It seems to improve performance and muscle fiber recruitment on the later sets. A small amount. It's not a game changer. It's just a small amount. But we do want to get stronger. All of us should hopefully want to get stronger. But here's the take home. Your size will always determine your strength potential for you as an individual. So when you say that, people will then make the mistake. Well, that must mean that every guy who is bigger than someone else must always be stronger at every lift. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. But his strength potential will be higher than when he had 10 pounds less muscle for that individual. Same thing, that freakish guy who is crazy strong, who weighs 180 and just puts up ridiculous numbers at 180 pounds, because 180 is not massive. If he got to 190 with the same body fat, he would be even stronger. So even if he's got some freakish numbers, like let's say that 180-pound guy squats, 585, deadlifts 600, right? Benches 400. If he put on 10 pounds of muscle, every one of those lifts would probably go up if he continued to practice maxes. So that being said, we should be focusing on hypertrophy every workout. Every time we lift weights, we need to walk away from that session, unless it was a deload week in which we're focused on recovering, because we need it because we pushed too hard. So barring deload sessions, any productive lifting session, you should walk away from it having stimulated muscle growth. Okay? And the only way we can ensure that is to train concurrently. It's to finish up, no matter what training modality you went with first, maxes, heavier rep work, speed work, dynamic stuff, that you need to finish the workout with lifts that get you bigger. Okay? And that is really the take home. That's the point I'm really trying to make with this. And I think with the concurrent, people miss that no, we want concurrent training in every session. And I do mean every workout should be treated like, quote unquote, a hypertrophy block or a hypertrophy day. Okay? All of them. And it's oftentimes easiest to just do that at the end, the back half. So what I generally like to do, instead of, a heavy day and a light day, no, they're done in the same days. Do the amount of heavy work that you need to either gain or maintain the strength that you want at the start of the workout, and then build the rest of the workout around gaining muscle. Okay? That's what I mean by concurrent training. And again, that's a point that gets missed that I want to bring home. I think it's a critical point in all of this. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.